What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another review, and this time we're taking a look at I Now Pronounce You, Chuck and Larry, starring Adam Sandler and Kevin James. Chuck and Larry tells a story of these two firefighters who have to pretend to be gay in order for one of the firefighters' children to maintain health, to get health care. However, things take a very awkward turn when an agent decides to want to verify their claims as being a domestic couple. So that's the overall story of Chuck and Larry. Let's talk about it. Overall, I enjoy Chuck and Larry. I think this movie is absolutely hilarious. I remember watching this movie in theaters when it first came out. I got a lot of laughs then, and I get a lot of laughs now. Chuck and Larry is one of those favorite Adam Sandler comedies, but it's also one of those comedies that you're either going to really like it for what it is, or you're going to be offended for the subject material that it's poking fun at. Me, I like it for what it is. This is just a silly, typical Adam Sandler movie. It's not meant to cause you any harm. It's not meant to offend anybody. Hell, if anything, Chuck and Larry should be commended for actually shedding some light on the subject matter that it's talking about, which is, gay couples, the gay culture, and things like that, how people react to it, how people can sometimes use it for selfish means, and the effects that it could have on actual gays who have to go through certain hoops and stuff in order to feel accepted. If you watch Chuck and Larry like that, it does cover those things. It does it in a typical Adam Sandler way, where it could sometimes borderline on being offensive, but it didn't bother me none. I got a lot of laughs out of this movie. I thought that Adam Sandler and Kevin James as Chuck and Larry were absolutely hysterical. Great on-screen chemistry. I buy them as being best friends, and when they're masquerading as a gay couple, that's where the comedy is ramped all the way up, because I thought these two are absolutely hysterical together. Larry is that typical, single dad who is struggling with his two kids in the wake of his wife's death, while his friend Chuck is a womanizing town whore. The two personalities couldn't be any more different from one another, but the chemistry works, and this movie works because of that. Also on tap, you got a great supporting cast. Jessica Biel plays Alex, the lawyer, who has to defend Chuck and Larry to prove of their domestic partnership. I like Jessica Biel in this movie. I thought she was fine. I like the chemistry with her and Adam Sandler. They develop a nice little romance. And Chuck also, and through meeting the Alex character, Chuck goes from a womanizer to wanting to be a one-man type of guy. So he goes through a character arc, and I thought he goes to a decent one at that. You have Dan Aykroyd, who plays the captain of the fire company, and love Dan Aykroyd. No complaints about that. Love him in this movie. He has some funny bits and some funny lines. And you got Adam Sandler regulars like Peter Dante, Alan Corvette. They all make their appearances in this movie. They're fine. Nicholas Totoro, who comes back, also makes an appearance in this movie. He was fine for what it is, for what his character was. Ving Rhames is in this movie as a character named Duncan, who everyone thinks is an axe murderer, but it's revealed that he's actually a closeted homosexual, and he only reveals himself to Chuck because Chuck and Larry inspired him to want to come out. See, that's where the positive message of this movie gets overlooked. You got these two straight guys who are pretending to be gay. They're doing it for reasons, but it's not for bad reasons. They're doing it for reasons because Larry wants to make sure his kids are covered, because he's a firefighter and his life's constantly on the line. So this is what makes them want to be gay. Now, because of doing this, they're also inspiring other people who are closeted gay to want to come out, because they don't feel so scared anymore now that they see people who are just like them. And that's where the Ving Rhames character comes in. I love how he's looks like an axe murderer when we first see him, and then when he reveals himself to Chuck, it's absolutely hysterical. I think Ving Rhames is one of my favorite parts of this movie. I would have liked to see more scenes with Ving Rhames, especially. I would have also liked to have seen a scene where Chuck and Larry and Duncan go visit Duncan's parents, and we get a scene like that. I think that would have been cool to see, but we didn't even get that. But, that's whatever, I guess. The scenes of Chuck and Larry getting married in Canada with Rob Schneider as the minister, I don't care. I find it hilarious. I don't care if Rob Schneider was acting like in Yellowface. It doesn't bother me. I don't care. It's a movie. Get over it. I mean, yeah, is it a caricature? Absolutely. Is Rob Schneider an acquired taste to a lot of people? Yes, he is. Did the scene bother me? No, it didn't. I got some chuckles out of it. The character I didn't care for was Blake Clark's character as a homeless man. You know, he had some funny bits here and there, but I just didn't care for it. Steve Buscemi, who plays the guy called Clint Fincher, who was on the trail of Chuck and Larry trying to prove their fraudulence. Love Steve Buscemi, and I liked him in this movie, and I liked the whole thing of him having a fanny pack, which I thought was absolutely hilarious. And I enjoy the entire third act of when they're having the hearing of Chuck and Larry trying to prove their innocence, and then Aykroyd comes in, says, no, I'm a co-conspirator. The whole thing was a rig. I like the entire third act, and I like all the events leading up to that, like the Halloween party and the aftermath of that. Like this, Chuck and Larry has a lot of funny bits in it. Like I said, if it had things I didn't care for, the Blake Clark character, you know, hit and miss, and the whole subplot of Larry's maid, didn't find that funny at all. Especially the whole thing of Chuck banging her while Larry was asleep. That stuff I didn't really find all that funny, and you could take that out of the movie and it would have been all the same. And Fred G and Duncan's character could have been expanded upon a lot much more than what it really was. But with all that said and done, I enjoy Chuck and Larry. I get a lot of laughs out of it. I highly recommend it. So with all that being said, I'm gonna give this movie a solid, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. I enjoyed it a lot. So yeah. Those are my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comment sections down below. Like the video and subscribe, and I'll check you back next time for more.